Hello, collective. Welcome back. Here to do a collective message. I hope everyone's doing well, blessed. So, I'm going to start off with a Bible verse that I wrote down. And the verse is from 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 9. And it reads, "Who has saved us and called us with the holy calling, not according to our works, but according to his own purpose and grace, which was granted us in Christ Jesus from all eternity." I'm going to read it again. Who has saved us and called us with a holy calling, not according to our works, but according to his own purpose and grace, which was granted us in Christ Jesus from all eternity. I have to make this disclaimer. Um, yes, I like to read Bible verses. Um, Occasionally, when I do readings, not every reading, but occasionally. Um, but the message is for everybody, and I'm open to all. There's no judgment here. If you are somebody of a different belief system, religion, it's just what I chose to do, what I choose to do. It adds a little to my readings. Also, I feel like collective, your focus could be maybe on building a secure foundation, or at least having a secure foundation in love. This could be in love for some people. It could be something about like a past life situation. Like if you're meeting somebody new, or it could be somebody that you're already with, but if it's somebody new, it could be something about like paying off some type of debt from a past life. And I also feel like this is a time for you to see that you truly do reap what you sow. So it will also afford you the opportunity to appreciate how responsible you are in a relationship and your friendships, and how to make compromises with other people. So you're learning, multiple things: how to compromise, how to be responsible. Um, and I guess, like I said, focus on having a more secure foundation as far as your relationships go. No matter what the connection is, if it's romantic or your friendships, I feel like it's all the above. But for some people, this could be romantic. Um, you also could be in the energy of feeling like what's going on right now in your life is something that's fated to happen for you. So I don't know if you're somebody who believes in, well, I did say, what you put out there is what you get back. You reap what you sow. You could be somebody who actually believes in this. Or if you're not, you could be somebody who is starting to realize this. It could be something about you finding your purpose as well. And if it's not about like you're being called to something different, something new, your spirit, your soul is being called somewhere. This could be just being called to improve your situation. Like if you're at a certain job, instead of leaving your job, it might be that you're focusing on improving your job. So take it how it resonates. Mm. Spirit, what message do you have for the collective, please? And thank you. Your greatest challenges are your biggest blessings. Don't give up before the magic happens. You are leveling up. At the bottom, trust. Take a chance. Faith can move mountains. Trust the universe to guide you through the unknown. Tell me more. Y'all, I waited till 3 in the morning to hit record. I don't know what I was thinking. I do this all the time. Give freely, support others, give, expecting nothing in return. Believe in yourself, believe in your dreams. What you believe is what you will create. You can do anything. Tell me more. Tell me more. Everything is always working out for me. At the bottom, trust the wait. Just when the caterpillar thought her life was over, she began to fly. Embrace the uncertainty. When nothing is certain, anything is possible. You are transforming. Let me get through these. So what message do you have for the collective, please? And thank you. It seems to be. I don't know if somebody's having a like if it's an issue for somebody to if it's something with cutting cords with people, somebody that could be an issue for somebody. Knowing when to cut cords. It could be something with your discernment, your intuition. Also, hmm. I don't know. Somebody stalking somebody. Somebody dealing with like a stalker, or somebody wants to get revenge on somebody. It could be something about that. But you also could be somebody who just has a very powerful mind. You know, if you're a woman or a man, you could be somebody who it's kind of hard to change your mind because you're somebody who firmly believes in what you believe in. If somebody wants to oppress you, people choose to be an adversary, it's still kind of hard for them to get to you as far as the mental goes, you know, because you're somebody who thinks for yourself. So take that how it resonates. Because for some people, I don't know if it's an issue with somebody feeling like if you're somebody who is in a relationship, I don't know if it's an issue with learning to be your person's friend instead of coming off as a parent to your friend or to your partner. It could be something with that. Being a friend instead of coming off as a mother or a father to your significant other. That could be an issue for somebody. It could be something with fulfilling, you know, what you say you're going to do for somebody. Somebody could come off as, I don't want to say cutthroat. That could be for somebody, but somebody could also be the type of person, you could be mindful of what you say to people, but if somebody says something slick, you're somebody who you could be very quick with it. Just as quick as somebody gives it, you can give it right back. Now, I don't know if it's something with protecting yourself, like if you are somebody who has been dealing with like a stalker or somebody who's very vengeful, who wants to get revenge, who comes off as spiteful. If this is the other man or other woman, if you are in a connection, even if you're not with somebody, it could still be somebody stalking you or somebody who is in your energy or interested in you. I mean, this could be a mother too for some people. Mother, father, getting mother, but it could be like the other woman or other man or somebody that somebody used to deal with. You know what? And it don't even have to be somebody that somebody dealt with before. This could even be somebody that has an ex, like they have an ex, but it's a person that their ex probably was dealing with that could still be stalking them. It's weird. It's something with that. It's also giving me something about being discerning when it comes to your sexual energy, but also your abundance for some people. So protecting your sexual energy, protecting your creative, intellectual property, something like that. Now, I don't know if it's something about if somebody is Catholic or I don't know, or somebody believes in somebody could practice a religion where they incorporate Catholicism, but you don't have to be Catholic. I don't know why I'm getting that. I'm getting Mother Mary energy. Unless it's somebody that you know named Mary or something. Tell me more, Spirit. Not only using your intuition, your discernment, but because you can be very intuitive, very, very intuitive. Um, but it could be something with being using your perception also. Yeah, I don't even know if I should take it. I don't like how it came out. Nine of Spades came out. I just said something about somebody cutting cords. I don't know if that's an issue for somebody, knowing when to cut cords with certain people or situations, especially if it's not allowing you to ascend, it's not elevating you to your highest potential. It could be something with somebody letting something go, whether this is a job, a person, a situation. Now I did read one of them oracle cards. It said something about was it the first one? Yeah, your greatest challenges are your biggest blessings. Don't give up before the magic happens. It could be something about that too. Continuing to press forward, preparing for whatever may come. If there is challenges ahead of you, making sure you're prepared for those challenges, whatever it is for you. I don't know. For some people, this could be maintaining abstinence, being prayerful, being modest. It's going to be different for everybody. But somebody could feel like they're at a crossroad. I don't know if this is like abstaining from certain things, fasting, so you can get a clearer perspective before you proceed forward. Take it how it resonates. Or like I said, somebody might just need to let go of something or somebody. This could even be a job. Or on the flip side, for some people, this could be working overtime. If you're somebody, you're good at your job, everything's good where you're at, but you have a job that you work, or even a career. It could be something what picking up overtime for somebody. It could be something with that too. Because maybe somebody's worried about abundance or something. If it's not quitting a job or letting something or someone go, it could be putting in extra work. So take that how it resonates for you. Tell me more, Spirit. Man, they never want to shuffle. I'm sick of it. Because it might be something where somebody has to make a judgment call for some people, or you're transitioning from one, I was about to say one area. You're transitioning from one thing to another. Tell me more. And that goes back to what you're being called to do. So I did say something about either improving your work, incorporating new things to enhance what it is that you already have going on, to make something even more better, top tier, creme de la creme. Or, like I said, this is going towards what you're being called to do. If this is even your purpose, you realizing what you're here to do, what your purpose is. It could be something about that. For some people, this could be like spiritual knowledge. Now, I don't know if somebody has been having negative thoughts or beliefs. I don't know if it's about somebody needing to atone for something, or is it just the company that you keep, people that you allow in your personal space, you know, your home. Summer Walker spent it is on. Eight of Diamonds at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. I don't know if it's something about somebody needing to atone for something. If somebody did betray somebody, I don't know. If this was something somebody did underhandedly, where they wanted to get away with something, and maybe it's just something that's plaguing a person, where they can't stop thinking about something that maybe they did. I hope this isn't you. Like you thinking about what somebody did to you, unless this is you that did something and you may need to atone for something or make something right. It could be you or somebody outside of yourself that might need to make something right in a situation. This could just be as simple as, changing your mindset or seeking spiritual knowledge for some people, however you may come across that. And it could be something about an answer that you seek, could also be within the question that you're asking or whatever that is for you. Tell me more, Spirit. What's going on? 15 minutes. What's going on with the collective? The Knight of Swords came out. So you could be a truth seeker. I mean, I don't know who watching, but somebody could be a whistleblower too, a truth seeker, a truth speaker. I felt this tag on my shirt. Thought something was crawling on me. I was about to lose it on camera. Okay. You could be somebody who's very direct. Also, maybe you had to be direct in a situation, knowing how to use your words to get your point across, knowing how to speak. Whether this is like getting yourself out of a situation or just to get a point across. Mutt by Leon Thomas is on. You could be a truth. What's the word? Freedom fighter. I'm about to say a truth fighter, a freedom fighter for somebody. You could be somebody who fights for the underdog. It's something about having willpower. So maybe this is something that you've been working on, or you already. This is just how you operate on a day to day. You could be somebody who has a lot of willpower. It could be something about your solar plexus. Now, I didn't say sacral. It could be something with your sacral chakra and your solar plexus. So it's giving like mental power, mental force. It could be something with your inner child also. So maybe if you're somebody who speaks the truth, maybe it comes from a place of, I want to say innocence. It is a night though, but it could be, from a place of innocence. Unless somebody cuss somebody out, it could be something with that too. I don't know if somebody cuss somebody out, or somebody wants to come towards you with a message, or this is you. Tell me more. Yeah, I said somebody who knows how to use their words, but also being somebody who means what they say. You know, I'm getting Nene links when she said, "I said what I said." It's something about it, like not feeling bad about what you're saying. As long as you're not somebody who is snooty, snobby, you look down on people, you denigrate people. As long as you're not that person, but you're just somebody who's very direct, straightforward. You don't pull punches with people. You say what you have to say. There's something about meaning what you say and saying what you mean. Now I don't know if you dealt with somebody who like ghosted you in the past, because it could be something about somebody acting or something, or somebody waiting to put on some type of act. So it could be something going back to what I said in the beginning, using your discernment. Because I'm hoping this is not somebody trying to play on your intellect or your intuition. Like if they're used to doing this or they got away with this with you before, it could be something about using your intuition and your discernment and perceiving something and analyzing a situation and a person or people for what it is. And like I said, being direct with what you say, saying what you have to say, even if this is cutting cords with somebody, you know? Or is it something about being organized? Because this is also going towards, improving something as well. So it could be something about being organized also. Whether this is your thoughts, if you're somebody who writes stuff down, like if you're speaking in front of people, having everything in order, what you're going to say, or whatever it is. Because you could be somebody who helps other people realize what they need to work on in their lives and what they could benefit from releasing, letting go. But maybe it's not easy for you to get the same thing. Like when you need somebody to get advice from, you could be that person. Or somebody's having an issue with getting advice to see what it is that they could work on, cultivate to bring to the forefront, and what they could discard, you know? It could be something about being confident also. So I don't know, this is something that somebody's been waiting on, like working on yourself, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, mastering yourself, your energy. It could be something about entertainment. I don't know if somebody's an entertainer. If that's what somebody's been waiting to do. Tell me more, spirit. I ain't called no signs out. I mean, somebody could have air in their chart, Gemini, Libra, maybe Aries, Leo, Aries. Could be any fire sign, but Leo, Aries is what I'm getting. Tell me more. Doesn't have to be though, because this it's just energy, and the message can resonate with anybody, even if you don't have a particular sign in your chart, or it's not your sun sign or moon sign or your rising sign. It doesn't matter. If it resonates for you, it resonates. Tell me more. Come on, cards. Like they don't wanna. I just said somebody could be like a Leo or a Aries. I also get Capricorn sometimes with the Sun card. The Sun card just came out. So this is about taking action. I don't know if this is about this summer, next summer, but it could be something about the summertime for somebody. Allowing yourself to be seen. Now I said something about your inner child also. So this is like allowing your spirit, your soul to express itself, for your own uniqueness, for who you are. Being confident with expressing yourself, not being afraid to show who you are on the inside. Also being positive, making new connections for somebody. Burning Blue by Mariah the Scientist is on. It could be something with that too, making connections, networking. It could be something about somebody receiving clarity. I feel like you're protected also with the Sun card. The Sun is the most positive card in the tarot, and the star. Tell me more. Yeah, and look, the Queen of Swords at the bottom. Maybe somebody's not satisfied. I don't know if this is like with having needing to cut somebody off. Or somebody can't stop thinking about somebody that they may have cut off, or this could be you. Um, it could be something with your ancestry, lineage. Also, making sure you're counting your blessings, you know. And also, I always say this: not casting your pearls before swine. I don't know if somebody felt like they was trapped in a situation, not knowing what to do, feeling like you're at a crossroad. I don't know if somebody was dealing with somebody who was, I said, somebody who ghosted you. It could even be a gaslighter for some people, or a love bomber. A love bomber. Now, I just said also something about getting advice from somebody, or like if you're the person that people get advice from, will you give good advice? It could be something about, spending time to yourself also, so you can contemplate, and reflect and go over the things in your mind, what is it that I could work on, and what is it that I could benefit from releasing, from letting go. Now, it could be something about, I don't know, somebody was like controlling in the household for some people. I don't know if that's like a person that you were with, or a family member, a child. It could be something about that too. So somebody could just want a peaceful house, a peaceful home. You could be very compassionate as well. You could be somebody that's very focused, hyper focused, even. Like you're only focused on whatever it is that you have to accomplish. It could be something about having a vision, focusing on your vision. You can have angels around you or spirits around you also. Tell me more. I don't know if somebody want to propose to somebody or make a proposition towards somebody. Tell me more. Damn, cards. Run It by Chris Brown is on. These cards about to get on my nerves. They about to get flung, okay? Yeah, I do feel like in the near future, because I just said something about having absolute clarity in the near future, whenever that is, tomorrow, I don't know. You could be having, absolute clarity and being able to see through illusions, also being able to walk away from conflict, drama. Now be mindful, because I said something about somebody, either like somebody who likes to curse at somebody or speak to somebody in a, it can come off as, it could even be like forceful with your words or your tone. It could be mindful of that. Be mindful that you're not this person, but be mindful that you're not allowing other people to treat you this way also, where you have to feel like, you gotta tone yourself down, or code switch, or become something that you're really not, just to appease other people because they're not comfortable with themselves or being themselves. They like to wear a mask. They can't be confident in being who they truly are, or who they authentically are, or to be their authentic self. It could be something about that. Now, I wouldn't say put yourself in a position where you're just pushing people's buttons by being yourself, and now you're in a dangerous situation, because it could be something about having, um like, people pointing their fingers at you, or you could just have energies around you watching you, and maybe you're not aware. Like I said, you could be somebody who's very confident. You come off as very happy-go-lucky. So just be mindful of that, having other people around you, whether you can see them or not. Because it could be something about that, like being watched by certain people who may not really, they don't mess with you like that. They don't really care for you. And maybe they feel more comfortable when you tone yourself down or dim your light for them, and it ain't going like that. It could be something about somebody stealing something or trying to get away with something. Or somebody's just sneaky. And I'm also getting like, don't worry about abundance. It is your birthright. That's for somebody. Because somebody could worry about that. It could be like changing, somebody could be changing their mind about something. I don't know if this is a situation, a person. It could be something about changing your mind or to change, somebody changing their plans up. It's something about it. I always get this. It could be something about somebody's hands or something. Or somebody's palm or something. Tell me more. Unless somebody's into like palmistry or something. Tell me more. Yeah, you could feel like releasing something, releasing a certain person or situation. This could also be surrendering to an experience for some people. You could also be somebody who's very patient and you could have a lot of faith. No matter what you believe in, you could be somebody who has a lot of faith in yourself and your higher source, whatever you deem that as. So I feel like you are whatever it is going to pay off for you for your patience, for your faith. But it could be something about surrendering something. Either this is like surrendering something to God, releasing your control over something and putting it in God's hands, or this is something that you already do. When it's something that you can't control, you just put it in God's hands. I don't know. This is something with forgiving yourself and other people. Because, like I said, it could be somebody sneaky around you. I don't know if somebody's trying to get you caught up in a situation that you don't got nothing to do with, or this happened already. Unless this is you, it's something about it. You could also feel like sometimes, maybe certain situations, you feel like your life is upside down or you're in limbo. So maybe it's something about taking a pause just so you can gain that perspective or a new point of view, taking a break or a pause. Or you can feel like something is at a pause or a standstill. Or, like I said, you could just be somebody who takes a break just to get a fresh perspective, a fresh point of view, new point of view. Now, we did say something about cutting cords and letting something or someone go, whatever that is. You know your situation. It could be something about that. You could already be in this energy, though, forgiving yourself, forgiving others, but releasing certain situations also. And, I always say this because I follow other spiritualists, whether they do divination or not. And everybody has their own point of view, their own beliefs about certain things. Um, I'm not about to debate nobody about what they believe because it's what they believe. But I lost my train of thought because I was listening. I was being nosy. It did come to me real quick. Hold on. It could be something about meditation. Like instead of focusing on the outside, like distractions of what's going on around you, whether this is meditating so you can summon some energy to work with, whether this is like you needing some type of energy to press forward, um, you're needing that fresh perspective or point of view that we spoke about. This could be something about meditating, but meditation looks different for everybody. It doesn't have to be you sitting there with your legs crossed and you chanting, it could be, but it might be different for you. Meditation might be listening to music or doing something to get you in that zen feeling. Tell me more, spirit. Something about meditation so you can summon the energy or make something happen. Come on, cards. Why always do this to me? Jeez. It be getting on my nerves, y'all. I hope y'all can hear me because I know when I go back and watch this, I ain't gonna be able to hear nothing I said. I had to crank the volume up. I don't never be able to hear myself. It's annoying. And as I'm speaking, I feel like I ain't speaking loud enough. Forgive me for that. You know, it'd be nice to leave comments and let me know what you think about the message, if it resonates with you, how you feel about it. Um, like if it does resonate, how do you feel about it? Whatever you choose to say, in the comments. I'm open. So you could already be in the energy of starting something from scratch. So you could be at the beginning of something. This could be a new adventure. You're starting something new. This could even be like starting to trust yourself, trust your intuition, trust your higher source. And I don't know if you come off as naive or careless to people, or that's how they perceived you to be. It could just be an appearance, a facade. It might be a part of you because maybe you are somebody who has a, oh, excuse me. I wanted to say pure heart, but it could be like it could be an air of innocence around you. And maybe people pick that up sometimes and feel like they can get over on you because maybe they think you're naive or gullible. And I'm also getting like, even if you have certain people around you who may nag you, taunt you, provoke you, don't give that a foothold in your life or your experience or whatever it is that you're doing. Because we're going to always come across somebody in life that might want to provoke us because we have a different point of view or way of seeing things. Don't let that stop you from moving forward in your life. If you are dealing with that, like people who want to provoke you, taunt you, or be catty, do stuff to put you in situations to make you react to them. Because if I was with you, if we was friends, we could just jump them and bust them in the head. But we can't do that. But if we could, I'm just saying, they better go on somewhere. Another thing that you could do, like for instance, if you're somebody who prays, if you actually know who's doing that, you could call their name out when you pray. If they're revealing themselves to you and not behind the scenes hiding, throwing rocks and hiding their hands, you can actually call their name out. And no matter what you believe in, that's what I was saying was about to say, and I lost my train of thought. No matter what you believe in, whatever your higher source is, you can even be somebody who's, I don't even know if I want to say that. I was about to say you can even be atheist. Atheist doesn't necessarily mean that you don't believe in something. You may just not believe in the traditional God that we were taught to and conditioned and indoctrinated to believe. You just may have not found what it is that you subscribe to or what feels good to you or what you resonate with. But whatever it is, like if you're somebody who does believe that there is a such thing as universal energies, because I mean, obviously we could look with our own eyes and see the sun, and we all know that there's something bigger than us. We can see the stars, so there is a universe. It's all about perspective and how you look at it, because you could look at it as the great spirit or the great brain. Whatever it is. I feel like divine energies can handle with people a lot better than we can. It doesn't mean that you should just be passive and allow people to do what they want to do to you, because it could be something with that too, being passive. So making sure you're not making yourself like a martyr. It could be something about being passive. But maybe that's not all of who you are. You can have a whole nother side to you. Like I said, being direct. You could be somebody who you easily could slice somebody up with words, but maybe you're somebody who cares about how you treat people, how you speak to people, because you are somebody who's mindful of the energy that you put out, you can get back. Going back to what you reap is what you sow, or you reap what you sow. Yeah, it's something about it. But just remember that you do have an animal side to yourself if you're somebody who comes off as passive sometimes. And maybe you just have to tap into that animal instinct from time to time, or the fire within you, or whatever it is for you. It doesn't have to be, being physical. It can be exerting yourself as far as your energy or your mind, your power, your words, knowing how to use your words. Even if you gotta pick the phone up and call the police on somebody, or you gotta go to somebody who can actually help you rectify a situation. Not being afraid to do that. Tell me more. I get it, because I'm like that sometimes, trying to hold the peace with people. I always been like that. And then it's like I got a whole nother side to me. A whole nother side. It's like once I get to that point though, it ain't no going back. But I always forgive people. But I'm not gonna tell nobody else that they should forgive. You do that when you're ready. I don't care who tell you that you should forgive. It's good to, but do it when you're ready. I'm not taking both of these. Seven of Pentacles, Page of Wands. It could be something about investing in yourself, investing in enjoying yourself, something fun, doing something fun. Tell me more. This is news about something. I don't know. Somebody is getting money. Yeah, trusting your intuition, trusting your gut, trusting what your instincts is telling you. I feel like that's what your spirit guides is telling you. And you're not gonna always know how a situation is gonna turn out. So this goes back to you trusting in your higher power, your inner being, you know, universal energies to get you through, to guide you. Now I don't know if it is something about the past. Cause I said maybe something about somebody needing to atone for something. It could be something about that. I don't know. Something in the past. Or somebody's projecting. You can have somebody projecting onto you. I don't know if they are into actual I don't even want to say the word spell work, but a lot of times we fail to realize when you spell words, what is it called? Spelling, right? So you have to be mindful of the words you speak about people because those are spells. A lot of people might not see it that way, but it's called spelling, right? That's like a form of projection. I don't feel like just because you say something one time, you're projecting. Well, I mean, yeah, it could be, but I'm saying like, well, you're meaning for something to happen to a person. You're speaking over a person's life intentionally, intently, purposely, purposefully. It could be something about somebody projecting something, like they're focused. Run This Town by Jay-Z, Rihanna, Kanye West is on. It could be something about projection. It could also be something because I said somebody could be an entertainer or do something that's entertaining to people, no matter what that is. I mean, shit, you could be somebody who has a podcast. I don't know, whatever it is that you do, whether this is local or on a large scale, whether it's in a community or you're on social media, it could be something about entertainment, but somebody could be, or somebody is a singer or something, but it could be something with somebody being destined for fame. But I don't know if somebody is being faced with two paths to take. So that goes back to being able to take a pause to have a fresh perspective or a new outlook on which direction you're going to go. or how you're going to move forward. It could be something about that, having two paths to choose from, or two options, something like that. But somebody could be destined for fame in some type of way. Even if this is local, you could be like a household name or just famous in your community. And then the judgment is at the bottom. There's something about somebody's purpose. It could be something that you were born with, something that's inside of you, something about paying attention to the signs around you and accepting situations for what it is, accepting people for how they are, who they are, and just moving on with your life and letting doors close. That's if they're gonna close, let them close. And if it's not serving you, let it close. Don't hold on to something that's not helping you grow. Not saying that you're doing something because you want somebody to act a certain way, because you should never want somebody to change who they are for you. If they're gonna do it, they're gonna do it. But if it's not supporting you in your growth, I would say, let certain doors close. I don't know if somebody is getting like a divorce, or this is like taking on responsibilities of other people, being loyal to people, and then they just what's the word? Like when people put everything on you, put their problems on you. There's a word for it, but it's not coming to me. It's something about that, and I feel like you could be somebody who already paid your dues. You know, if you did have any karmic debt, as far as between you and God, the Creator, the Most High, I feel like you paid your dues already. So it could be something about just paying attention to what God is trying to reveal to you right now. Whether this is your purpose or how you can improve something in your life or your work. Tell me more. Also, Pisces, heavy Pisces, Aquarius, Aries, maybe Cancer. I was getting Scorpio too, even though it's not on the table. I was getting Scorpio real heavy. I said Leo, Aries, um, Capricorn. I don't see no Capricorn, but I'm getting that too. Again, the signs don't matter. It could also be something about how you show up in the world, how people see you. Or are you somebody who cares about your image? Something about your personality. It could be something about maybe somebody's trying to find time to do everything that they want to do. It could be something about balance, balancing your time. I mean, it could be something with resources too, but it could be something about time management, being able to give everything its proper attention and focus. This could be on somebody's mind or something somebody's thinking about. I mean, unless somebody's into like investing. I was picking this up last night. I always tell y'all, even though I don't always record, I always get messages every day. It could be something about somebody being like an investor, unless somebody does something with properties, real estate. It could be something about having mood swings too. Being all right one moment and then something rubs you the wrong way, and now you could be rare form because you was rubbed the wrong way. You could also be somebody who creates good stuff, like if you're a creative or whatever it is that you do. You could be somebody who creates good stuff, or you do good stuff, do good work. It could be something about multiple sources of income. You could be thinking about that too. Maybe having another source of income, or somebody wants to do a business deal with somebody. It could be something with that too, like a business deal. I don't know if this involves a contract. So maybe somebody would need to get like legal advice or have somebody look over something. Unless you feel like doing the work yourself and actually reading up on what to look for. Because it could be something with that, like a contract. I don't know. This is somebody thinking about offering you this. Because I did say something about like proposing or making a proposition or something. I don't know. This is somebody who wants to make a proposition towards you or vice versa. This is you to somebody else. Like a business deal, some type of deal. Tell me more. Injustice, yeah. It could be a contract for somebody. And temperance. Something about being patient. Um, Definitely have angels around you. You can have somebody who strongly desires to be in a partnership with you. I don't know if it's romantic. In the beginning of the reading, I did say something about that as far as the what was it? Cause I didn't write an affirmation down, but I did write a Bible verse and some other stuff. It could be something with yeah, like having a secure foundation in love, your friendship. I even want to say paying it forward. Somebody could just have a strong desire for a partnership with somebody, whether this is work or romantic. But it's something about being patient. I don't know if somebody does owe somebody money, or this is like signing a contract. Two people get married. This is like some type of an agreement. I don't know if somebody lying about something or trying to trick somebody into like an agreement or signing something. Be mindful of that. If somebody's trying to swindle you, trick you into something. But I really feel like this is just somebody that has a strong desire for like some type of union, partnership. But maybe they're uncertain, not sure how you feel about it. If you're gonna agree to something, I don't know. For some people, like I said, this could be work related, but it could be romantic. I don't know if somebody wants to actually marry somebody. That would be a contract, right? Now it could be something about learning how to. I wouldn't say let bygones be bygones. It could be something about learning how to get over how somebody could have been in the past. Like if they really change. I'm not saying if somebody's still the same person, and I'm not saying giving somebody a pass either. You know, because like I said, it could be something about atoning for something, needing to make something right. Somebody might need to make a situation right with somebody, or just like taking accountability, learning to take accountability, learning that, like I said earlier, what you put out there is what you get, cause and effect. There's something about that. But I was about to say, like, for instance, in your family, like a family situation, say that there really is love between everybody. Like obviously it's your family, but it doesn't mean they gotta love you or whatever the dynamic is. Like it's just that maybe we were young or we were unlearned, you know, so we operated from a place of being unlearned. But now we know better, so we do better. And especially when you can see the work in progress in everybody. It's like, well, can we kind of look over this, like look past what was and look forward to what could be? But you have to use your own discernment because I'm not telling you to stay in a situation that you need to let the doors close on. You know, I know my tea cold. I ain't sipped this tea one time. I wonder if I can get a message out this cup. Let me see. Chris Brown residuals is on. I can't really see nothing. Something can feel like it's on a loop. I was getting the number 8 in my cup. Or what's that sign? Infinity sign. So it could be something about if this is not manifesting, like that as above, so below type of energy. Or using your skills. If it's not something about that, knowing how to use your skills, resources, your knowledge to make something actualize in your life. It could be something about having courage, strength. And I'm seeing a time clock, so it could be something about that too. Maybe somebody feels like time is going out, moving too fast, or I don't know. Something about it. Tell me more. Unless somebody's shaped like an hourglass. Um, yeah, I feel like life is good for you. Somebody could like being at home. You could be a homebody, or maybe somebody wants to start spending more time at home. This could even be somebody's business. Maybe somebody wants to be more busy as far as business goes, have more clientele. It could be something with that. This could also be something about celebrating some type of event. So maybe somebody has already. Now I just said I seen an 8 in my cup and I was getting magician and strength off of it. Four of Wands definitely could be like celebrating the manifestation of some type of goal. Or something about a home. Because it could be talking about like a new address for some people. I don't know. Take it how it resonates. Now this could be recovering from something too. Somebody just wants to live in bliss and harmony is what it's given. Shit. Did we see something about taking yourself out? Or was that the last reading I did? I don't know. It could be something with that too, like celebrating yourself. If you don't have nobody to celebrate you, celebrate yourself. But I don't know. For some people, it might be some type of event coming up for somebody. Whatever that is. Tell me more. Maybe somebody needs to choose an outfit or I don't know. Tell me more. I know it ain't like a surprise party. I am not taking all these. 4 cards came out. I should take them. I'm not taking all these. It could be something about a home. Somebody moving, changing jobs, something about it. I don't know. I was about to say something else too. This is like the time when people have family reunions, right? But I guess you can have that any time of the year. Tell me more. Damn. Letting your heart lead you. Somebody's gonna have to be in that energy of allowing their heart to lead them. I feel like you will make this decision for yourself. Also, visualizing the life that you want before it happens. Having compassion for yourself and other people too. Not wearing your feelings on your sleeve, but having compassion. We by Jeremiah is on. Also, Gemini, Pisces, Virgo, um, Aries, Leo, Capricorn. And the world is at the bottom. I said I was feeling Capricorn. And the tower is behind the world card, Aries or Scorpio. Damn, 59 minutes. Somebody might need to express how they feel. I don't know if this is about a person or a situation. Or something about being more affectionate, showing how you feel. There's something about it. Tell me more, Spirit. I'm gonna get an oracle. Oh, matter of fact, No, I ain't using these. I was about to use my Kipper deck. We ain't got that kind of time. It's an hour already. Spirit, can I get an oracle, please, for the collective? Please and thank you. Clear, honest, accurate messages. Belonging at the bottom. What message do you have for the beautiful collective? Positive outlook and spiritual practice is at the bottom. Positive outlook. This is 29 on the top of the card. Positive outlook. How you feel depends on your own mental attitude. The many faces of Ganesha reflect how you feel about the different aspects of your life: spirituality, health, finances, relationship, and emotional well-being. It is important to remember that circumstances are not good or bad, but always neutral. It is how you approach the situation that will determine your outcome. If you choose to see something as depressing, it will be. If you choose to see something as encouraging, it will be. Your mind determines how your day will go. Your state of mind has influence over your body, your relationships, your emotional well-being, and how you view your finances. Every day, you are so careful when considering what you will eat during that day. You have an opportunity to be just as discerning when it comes to how you think. You can conquer your moods, no matter how bad a mood you seem to be in. Make up your mind that you are not going to be controlled by your moods anymore. If you do find yourself in a low disposition, take a moment to acknowledge what brought this up for you. What brought this up for you? Take positive action to shift back to happiness or being positive. So that has been a message. I was about to see if I could get some more advice, but I feel like that summed it up. Um, Matter of fact, let me get a kipper because I ain't pulling out the kipper. Spirit, what can put one on this positive outlook? What could they look forward to? For some people, it could be a lack mindset. For some people, like if you started off in a situation where your finances wasn't really, you felt like you were lacking in some type of way, it could be something about that. It could just be, it definitely could be a mindset. Tell me more. Put one on positive outlook. What do the collective have to look forward to? What can they look forward to? What can they look forward to? Official person and courthouse. At the bottom, unexpected income. So it could be somebody coming towards you with some type of information, some type of documents, unless you already have some type of documents. I don't know who this official person is. This could be somebody with a title. This could just be, it doesn't have to be paperwork. It could just be information. Information could be this reading, you know? Maybe you just were needing clarity on what you already know or what you were feeling, or maybe something that you could have pushed down, you didn't want to see or unable to see. It could be something about that. Somebody with some type of title or rank or something. They could be bringing a message towards you, whether this is an actual document or they're just saying something to you. That could maybe give you the confidence to create some type of shift within you, or to get the ball rolling on some type of change, or like I said, a shift or something like that. Whether this is a change of mind, something like that. Well, this has been the message, and I hope I've given you clarity on what you already know, and I'll see you in the next one later.